Your reaction that he's chosen the red side of Manchester?
On Old Trafford, and hopefully he can be the turning point in Manchester United's fortunes in terms of winning some silverware this season.
From the controversial Andy Cole and Keith Gillespie swap between Manchester City and Newcastle, which saw one club lose a prolific striker, to Inter Milan's baffling decision to trade away Roberto Carlos to Real Madrid in exchange for a player who never reached the same heights. These are the 13 worst swap transfers in football history. Number 1, Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Samuel Eto'o's 2009.
Whatever I do, you tell me. I resolve the problem. I leave. I'm not here to disturb. I'm not here to create.
In 2009, Barcelona and Inter Milan made a blockbuster deal, with Zlatan heading to Barcelona and Eto'o moving to Inter, along with a hefty 46 million euros fee. On paper, it seemed like a fair trade, but reality painted a different picture. Ibrahimovic struggled to fit into Barcelona's tiki-taka system and had a public fallout with manager Pep Guardiola.
I think Guardiola is an amazing coach. When I was there, the coaching was different. It's totally on a different level.
Meanwhile, Eto'o thrived at Inter, helping them win a historic treble in his first season. The swap was a huge win for Inter and a costly mistake for Barcelona, as they lost a world-class striker and a lot of money. Number 2, Alexis Sanchez for Henrik Mkhitaryan 2018.
Good argument, because it's not like he's turned down City to go to China, one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest in the world, in Manchester United.
Next up, we have Alexis Sanchez and Henrik Mkhitaryan's swap between Manchester United and Arsenal in 2018. Both players were out of form and looking for a fresh start. However, neither found success at their new clubs. Sanchez struggled with injuries and form at United, becoming one of the club's biggest flops. Mkhitaryan, on the other hand, failed to make a significant impact at Arsenal and eventually loaned out to Roma. This swap is a prime example of how sometimes a change of scenery doesn't always lead to better performances. Number 3, Ashley Cole for William Gallas 2006.
And creating overloads, you hear it all the time, but yeah, I think you have to certainly be better in all areas of the pitch.
In 2006, one of the most controversial transfers in English football history took place. Ashley Cole's move from Arsenal to Chelsea, with William Gallas going the other way. Cole became a key player for Chelsea, winning multiple Premier League titles and a Champions League trophy. Gallas, however, struggled at Arsenal, often criticized for his leadership and defensive performances. The deal became even more infamous after Gallas' bizarre outburst in a match against Birmingham, where he sat down in the middle of the pitch. Arsenal clearly lost out in this swap, letting go one of the best left-backs in the world. Number 4, Clarence Seedorf for Francesco 2002. In 2002, AC Milan and Inter Milan swapped Clarence Seedorf for Francesco Coco. This deal turned out to be a masterstroke for AC Milan and a disaster for Inter. Seedorf became a pivotal player for Milan, helping them win 2 Champions League titles and 2 Serie A titles. Coco, on the other hand, struggled with injuries and form, barely making an impact at Inter. The contrast in their careers post-swap couldn't have been starker, making this one of the worst deals in Inter's history. Number 5, Ricardo Quaresma for Deco 2004. Another swap deal that didn't go as planned involved Ricardo Quaresma and Deco in 2004. Barcelona sent Quaresma to Porto in exchange for Deco. Deco became a key player for Barcelona, helping them win the La Liga and the Champions League. Quaresma, however, failed to live up to expectations at Porto and later struggled in his stints with other clubs. While Deco went on to become one of the best midfielders in the world, Quaresma's career never reached the same heights. This swap was a clear win for Barcelona and a missed opportunity for Porto. Number 6, Leonardo Bonucci for Matteo Caldara 2018. In 2018, AC Milan and Juventus made a shocking swap deal involving Leonardo Bonucci and Matteo Caldara. Bonucci had just spent a season at Milan, but returned to Juventus, with Caldara moving in the opposite direction. Bonucci re-established himself as a key player for Juventus, while Caldara struggled with injuries and never settled at Milan. This deal was a major setback for Milan, as they lost an experienced defender and gained a player who could barely get on the pitch. It was a lopsided deal that left Milan fans scratching their heads. Number 7, Roberto Carlos for Ivan Zamorano, 1995. In 1995, Inter Milan and Real Madrid completed a swap deal involving Roberto Carlos and AVAN Zamorano. Carlos moved to Real Madrid, where he became one of the best left-backs in history, known for his powerful free kicks and incredible pace. Zamorano, although a decent striker, never reached the same level of impact at Inter. While Zamorano had his moments, Carlos's contribution to Real Madrid was monumental, helping them win multiple La Liga titles and the Champions League. Inter's decision to let go of Carlos is still baffling to this day. Number 8. David Luiz for Nemanja Matic, 2011. In 2011, Chelsea and Benfica agreed on a swap deal involving David Luiz and Nemanja Matic. Luiz moved to Chelsea and became a regular starter, known for his ball-playing ability and occasional defensive lapses. Matic, however, had an underwhelming stint at Benfica and was later sold back to Chelsea, where he became a key defensive midfielder. Chelsea essentially lost a valuable player in Matic and had to re-sign him for a significant fee. The swap was a clear loss for Chelsea in the long run, as they lost a crucial player and paid heavily to bring him back. Number 9. Fabio Cannavaro for Fabian Kini, 2004. In 2004, Juventus and Inter Milan swapped Fabio Cannavaro for Fabian Kini. Cannavaro went on to become a defensive legend, winning the Ballon d'Or in 2006 and leading Italy to World Cup glory. Kini, on the other hand, failed to make an impact at Inter, barely getting any playing time. The swap is considered one of the worst in football history, as Inter let go of one of the greatest defenders for a backup goalkeeper. Cannavaro's success post-swap only highlighted the poor decision-making at Inter. Number 10. Henrik Larsson for Craig Burley, 1997. In 1997, Celtic and Chelsea made a swap deal involving Henrik Larsson and Craig Burley. Larsson moved to Celtic, where he became a club legend, scoring over 200 goals and winning numerous titles. Burley, however, had a forgettable stint at Chelsea, failing to make a significant impact. The deal was a massive win for Celtic, who gained a prolific striker, while Chelsea lost out on a potential game-changer. Larsson's legacy at Celtic remains one of the greatest in Scottish football history. Number 11. Patrick Kluivert for Kiko, 1999. In 1999, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid agreed on a swap deal involving Patrick Kluivert and Kiko. Kluivert moved to Barcelona and became a key player, scoring important goals and helping the team win titles. Kiko, however, struggled at Atletico and never reached the same heights as Kluivert. The swap was a clear win for Barcelona, as they gained a top striker while Atletico lost a valuable player without proper compensation. Kluivert's success at Barcelona only emphasized the poor decision-making at Atletico. Number 12. AVAN Zamorano swapped with Roberto Carlos, 1996. AVAN Zamorano was a Chilean striker who had made a name for himself at Real Madrid. Known for his aerial ability and knack for scoring goals, he was a fan favorite at the Bernabeu. On the other side, Roberto Carlos was a young Brazilian left-back with a reputation for his powerful free kicks and incredible pace. However, Carlos struggled to find his place in Inter Milan under coach Roy Hodgson, who preferred more defensive-minded players. In the summer of 1996, Real Madrid and Inter Milan decided to swap these two players. The deal seemed reasonable at the time. Real Madrid needed to offload some attacking talent, and Inter Milan needed a reliable goal scorer. But as it turned out, the swap would heavily favor Real Madrid. Once at Real Madrid, Roberto Carlos quickly established himself as one of the best left-backs in the world. His ability to cover the entire left flank, combined with his rocket-like left foot, made him a crucial player for Los Blancos. Carlos became a key component in Real Madrid's success, helping the club win 4 La Liga titles and 3 UEFA Champions League trophies. He was a consistent performer and often delivered spectacular goals, including one of the most famous free kicks in history against France in 1997. While Roberto Carlos was thriving in Madrid, Zamorano found mixed success at Inter Milan. He had some memorable moments, including a solid partnership with Ronaldo, but he never quite reached the heights he had at Real Madrid. Despite being a hardworking and passionate player, Zamorano's time at Inter is often overshadowed by the success Roberto Carlos enjoyed in Spain.
Fabio de la primera parte coloca el 2-1.
13. Andy Cole swapped with Keith Gillespie, 1995. In January 1995, Manchester United and Newcastle United orchestrated a stunning swap deal. Andy Cole, Newcastle's prolific striker and one of the Premier League's hottest talents, moved to Old Trafford. In return, Manchester United sent Keith Gillespie, a promising young player plus a hefty cash amount of £6 million to Newcastle. Cole had been a sensation at Newcastle, scoring 68 goals in 84 appearances. He was the focal point of Kevin Keegan's attacking side and was loved by the St. James Park faithful. On the other hand, Gillespie was a talented winger who had shown flashes of brilliance, but was not yet an established first-team regular at United. Andy Cole ended his United career with 121 goals in 275 appearances, securing his place as one of the club's greatest strikers. Gillespie's combination with strikers like Les Ferdinand and Alan Shearer brought a new dimension to Newcastle's play. However, despite his promising start, Gillespie's career at Newcastle was marred by inconsistency and off-field issues. He had moments of brilliance but struggled to maintain a high level of performance consistently. Nonetheless, he made over 100 appearances for the Magpies and was part of the squad that finished second in the Premier League in the 1995-96 and 1996-97 seasons. So, whether it's misjudging a player's potential or failing to recognize talent, these deals have left a mark in football history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more football content. Let us know in the comments which swap deal surprised you the most, or if we missed any other infamous swaps. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.